Hello and welcome back. In the previous video from about a day and a half ago, we had reset all of the bots and cleared out all their data and started them from scratch with a clean slate. And they were all showing, 0 trading rounds. By the end of the video, maybe one of them had 1 trading round open. I think another one had 2. But that was about it. But now a day and a half later, I want to show you where we're at. So we have, if you look at the top row of bots, we have BinanceUS over here, MEXC, the regular Binance, FTX US, and OKX, right? In the second row, bottom row, we have, what do we got? Kucoin, Huobi, and then this way. There's FTX right behind me, and Kraken and BitMart. All right. So if we start from the top, we've got 88 trading rounds open right now on Binance. Okay. We've got 7 open on MEXC, 22 on the Binance. Oh, so the first one is BinanceUS, sorry. This one is Binance. We've got 34 open on FTX US. And we've got 19 open. We've got 8 open on OKX. Right? Bottom row, we've got Kucoin with 35 rounds open. We've got Huobi with 22 rounds open. FTX with 34 rounds open, and a couple of these are pretty close to completing. Kraken over here with 32 rounds, and BitMart with 24 rounds open. So there's been a lot of open rounds going on, and there's been a lot of completions too. So if I go down the list, I have a list here of all the completions. It doesn't show on the chart on the page, but I have the counts here. BinanceUS has 64 completed rounds, and that's by far the most. And part of the reason for that is because that one is fully funded, and I was able to free up all of the money that was available for it to trade fully. Where the rest of them, well, with a couple of exceptions, the rest of them, I had to leave a bunch of sell orders open in order for, and let them kind of finish on their own, in order to free up some coin or some money for trade to continue trading and open new rounds. All right, so BinanceUS, 64 completed rounds. MEXC has no completed rounds. Okay, the regular Binance has 15 completed. FTX US has 14 completed. OKX has 19 completed. Down here, Kucoin is killing it with 32 completed rounds. Huobi has, what does Huobi have? 3 completed. FTX, which is directly behind me, I think I gotta go that way, let me see. It has 34 open, but it only has 16 rounds completed. Kraken over here is also killing it with 29 completed rounds. And BitMart over here has 8. Now let me show you something on BitMart here. Look at these guys. All of these. See, the bold means that thing's at the top of the order book on the sell side. It's just waiting to get picked off. Like, there's no orders in front of these guys for anybody to pick off. Okay? These two down here, we're 1 point away from the top of the order book. So as soon as those guys get all cleared out, those will be at the top of the order book. Those things have been sitting like that for probably an hour, right? The order books on BitMart are just really slim. Let's just put it that way. As opposed to, say, BinanceUS or the regular Binance, forget about it. Nothing would ever sit at the top of the order book for that long, right? So I'm going to re-scroll these all back up so you can see what the exchange names are. Oh, and also, if we look over to the left on BinanceUS, you'll notice that Ethereum Classic is red, which means the current price is above the maximum price I'm willing to buy at. And that happened. So that already happened once to me in the last day with Ethereum Classic. And I bumped the max price up by 10%. So 10%, it would have had to do a 10% move to get back to red again. And it did. It moved 10% after I bumped it up and went red again. And I'm like, I'm just going to leave it. It'll probably drop. The same thing happened with Ethereum against Bitcoin. And I had bumped it up at once, and then it got to where the price was so high, it was almost, I think I had the max price almost to 0.08 BTC, which to me is too high, right? I don't really want to be paying that price for Ethereum, so I just left it. Okay, so you see a red one here that's showing, okay, this is at max price, so no more rounds are going to be created for Ethereum Classic until the price dips below whatever that max price was that I set for it, right? Over here you see all the yellows. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but this guy just lit up green. VeChain. VeChain is one of those that the liquidity on VeChain is pretty small, or the order books are pretty slim, so things don't really move very much. Like if you look here, the entry price was 326 and the exit price is 331. That's literally 5 points, right? And it could take hours for the price to move 5 points. Something like Bitcoin will move, 20,000 points in a minute, right? So over here, all the yellow, this is Binance, and it's all yellow because remember yesterday, most of these guys were maxed out already on the orders. And so even with everything yellow, Binance still completed 15 rounds, new rounds since we reset it, which means 15 of these guys got filled, of the old ones got filled, freed up enough cash for 15 trading rounds to go in and complete. And then another 22, right, that are still sitting there waiting. So what's that? 37 rounds altogether, even though it was pretty much maxed out. So that was kind of cool. And I bet Ethereum had a lot to do with that because Ethereum was pumping, Polkadot was pumping. And I think those two a lot of Polkadot and Ethereum rounds had completed. Over here on FTXUS, if you notice this orange one here, and you notice this round here, Sushi BTC, right? Normally, if you see information on the buy and nothing on the sell, it means that the buy order is not filled yet. But in the case of Sushi, it means that the buy order did fill, but when it tried to sell, there wasn't enough to finish the round, right? So it got an error. It says, hey, we don't have enough sushi. Like, okay, it says I want 6348 units that I bought. And then it probably tried to sell 6340 units or something like that. And it's like, well, nope, you don't have enough or something, right? There's some weirdness going on there. And the reason why that happens, it also, look at that, it happens also on down the bottom left there on Ethereum BTC, and then over here on the right on something called IOST. I don't know what that is. But the reason why that happens is because on about half of these exchanges, the fees come out of the sell side, right? Which is really strange. It's like, I don't get why they do that. It doesn't click with me, right? It's like you going to the store and you ask the guy, okay, I want 100 candy bars, right? And he says, that's $100. You give him $100. He gives you 99 candy bars because of taxes or whatever. He's like, here you go. Here's your 99. No, I ordered 100. I want 100. If I have to pay extra for the 100, let me pay extra. But don't shortchange me, when I pay the full amount, right? It's, take the fees from the buy side. For me, that makes the most sense. But for whatever reason, half of these exchanges take the fees from the sell side, and it really screws with this thing. So what has to happen now? Another round has to be opened, a sushi round, and when that buy order fills, now there'll be enough sushi in the wallet for this round to go and place that sell order, right? So it'll always be one round behind, right? And the same thing with Ethereum and the other one, an IST or whatever. It's just so annoying. But it doesn't affect the bot at all. It just means that there's a little extra stash in the wallet waiting for more to come in so that a round that's been waiting can go and do its thing and sell. Yeah, so. And if you stash, right, so none of these guys are stashing for the most part. When I say that nobody's stashing, I'm saying that, okay, let's say I buy, in this case, 6,300 units of sushi, right? When I sell, I want to sell all of it because I'm not trying to increase my sushi stash. I'm only trying to increase my Bitcoin, okay? But if I did stash, then this problem wouldn't exist so much because I would be stashing some, and I'd be selling less than what's available in order for to complete the round. But when I'm trying to sell everything that's left, even though I have all the math in there in place to try and calculate the fee and figure out how much they're going to try and take, but it's not consistent, and so I'm not able to get that number right every time, and that's why you end up with these orange guys, which is annoying, but it doesn't stop the bot. It doesn't slow anything down. It just means one round is going to sit like that for a long time until a new round is open. Was there something else? There was something else I wanted to show you, but I can't remember what it was. Right, all of these have at least 0.01 Bitcoin, except for Kraken and BitMart, which have about 0.005 Bitcoin. I was in a hurry and I didn't have the Bitcoin, so I created the accounts, I funded them both. And I was like, okay, let's start testing. So that's that, right? And it's doing great. I don't think I have anything else, and I think you've pretty much seen every situation now that you're going to see. We saw what happens when the interface loses connection with the bot, or when the bot dies or whatever. We saw the screens go all red. We saw what happens when the bot comes back to life with the blank slate. We've seen every situation where the thing's out of money on the buy side or on the sell side. You've seen where like for example on BitMart, where stuff when it's at the top of the order book is lighted green, bright green with bold letters, and that's pretty much everything that you'd see when this happens. So I'll do another video in a couple of days, maybe, just to see how many more rounds we've completed, right? Because I gave you the numbers today, and I will give you the numbers in a couple of days, and see, which ones are killing it and which ones are kind of sitting waiting for something to happen. So, all right, that's all I got. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the little bell button to receive notifications when I post new content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.